Hey, yo, what's good, family? You already know who it is. It is your boy Thesis once again in the building. And we got another one from SoundYeti. Shout out to Andrew and Colin for allowing your boy to check out the product that they have called Method 1.
So,
I gotta be honest, guys. We're gonna get into it, but you got some explaining to do. Let's just get right into it. So as you can see on their website, they have the breakdown of the price right now. It's $119. It was originally $169. I'm going to discuss about that later. I have some pros and cons about the VST. It's good, but I got to be honest with you guys. I just want to be honest on my channel. This is what helps us in the production community be better. So we do have some pros and we do have some cons. Right now, it's $119. It's catered towards old school and new school. It's more for me, I think, catered towards the old school because it really has 80s and 90s sound. They did tell you that for a lot of boom bap makers out there, this is perfect. Like, this is the thing to get if you're into boom bap, because they have a slew of kits and sounds that comes with this thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You would never need another drum sound from any source because they give you so much in this, and I'll go over the features of what they have. This really focuses on that return of like the boom bap era, the classic, you know, leaders of the new school, or I'm telling my age, but you know, that sound like Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul, that type of era. When I hear these kits, that's, you know, that's the vibe that they put me in. Let's just go through and check out the primary features of what they have. So the main key features, they are a built-in multi-track sequencer. It is a Midi drag and drop, which is a cool feature. They have an 8-track step sequencer with full accent control. It also has a tempo sync to any DAW. It has an 8 stereo channel voice output architecture. You can copy and paste the functions for the sequences and the lanes. You have 12 pattern banks for each patch and snapshot. You can record real time or in a step record. It can do MIDI learn, which is kind of cool. Also has individual drum accents and global accents per step on the sounds. There's 4 individual step effects, 7 channels per effect, and there's 6 global effects all together. What's actually inside of it? It's one master NKI template. So if you have Contact 6, it comes with it, which is kind of cool, so that you'll be able to use this product. It has 10,000 sound sources and samples. So they give you 225 snapshots, 500 patterns and loop templates. It has limitless sample combinations because of all the sounds that are with this thing. It has 7 core characters for each sound. It's 3 gigabytes of total drum sounds that are uncompressed. Not bad, right? Again, it's really cool. If you need to check out more information, definitely go to their website and check out their site. But now we're going to go through and check out some of the sounds, and we're going to do a preset for it, and then we're going to go over the VST. All right, so we got Method 1 up. Got it running through Machine right now. Let's go ahead and check out a couple of the preset sounds that they have. Let's check out the sounds. All right, so as you can see, again, it's a slew of kits. It's a slew of sounds. Like I said, they got 10,000. We're not gonna go through all the kits. I heard a couple of things that reminded me of like Method Man, Wu-Tang, Mary J. Blige back in the day. So it's kind of fun in that aspect if you're looking to have that retro sound. Again, in the boom bap era for hip hop. They do have presets though, where you can do trap. I don't know. I played around with it. It's not modern enough for me. Shout out to them trying to get that sound. You can get it. You just got to manipulate some of the sounds. Let's go through the VST and talk about what it does, and let's just go from there. So as you see, you start on the main VST and you have the first line of where they have filters. You can go through and manipulate the actual way that it sounds with these filters, so it's kind of cool. They have a crush section where you can crush the actual tone of your sound for your drums. You can change the tone of those drums, the compression, and the overall mix for the entire VST. So your filters definitely will be something that you want to change and manipulate, only because a lot of these have that gritty, dirty, old sound to it. You have a drive button here. You have the resonance release. You have the pan, of course, your center, left, right, center. You have your width, and you have your velocity of how much you want the actual drums to sound. On the main sequencer, this is the sequencer right here. We'll dig into this in a couple, and I will show you again all the features that comes with this. But the main three things that I want to go over first before we get to that is that this is the drum sequencer. This is the effects sequencer where you can manipulate your delays and reverbs. And this is the actual step sequencer. Let's start off with the bottom section. Once you hit where it says VOL, that's your volume for all your sounds. And once you start to play with these will just adjust the volume. Now, for me, again, I do all of my drums separately. So for me, this would be a lot of a work curve for me, only because if I specify specifically for a the genre, then I probably wouldn't use this as much, because I just like to just flow a little bit easier. But like I said earlier, they do have a drag and drop feature. But again, if you have Machine like I'm using now, then you won't use this primarily. Machine has its own drum sequencer, so I don't know. It's okay. It's really cool, but again, these are the pros and cons of where you want to work out what works for you. Each one of these are controlled from the volume. You control with these knobs here. Your decay is what is next for each sound. So that's your decay. You have your tune here, so you can tune it there. You have your core sound. That just manipulates the sound a little bit. You have your delay. It's really cool as far as the 8-step sequencer. These are where you can play your options. This is the boom baptism. So this is how it sounds with one of their kits. Right, so you can play it, and you can actually record in with the step sequencer with your Midi using that button. So this is your actual loop function, so you can loop the sounds here. One of the cons I have with this is that I can't load my own drum sounds into it. Maybe that's something that in the future, if they have an update like a Method 2 or whatever, they have that option where you can upload your own sound source drums. That is very important, especially for a drum sequencer. You don't want to just be limited to the sounds that they give you, but you want to have the option to switch out your own sound. So that's just one thing, guys, in the future that hopefully that you guys can add to switch out. But for the meantime, you can browse here, and then you can switch all the sounds, and then you can save it and save the presets. They have different patterns that you can choose. So let's go through some of the ways that you can load in their drums through their sequencers. In this section here, this is the kick section. So based off of the 8 sections that they have available, you can go in and change it. Put your snares here, we'll change the snare there. Again, close hi-hat, very self-explanatory, right? Let's check out trap, right? And again, guys, this is no fault to you, but this is what the trap sequencer sounds like that they have. So off the break, that's not trap. It has too much reverb for one. And of course you can pull all of that down. That's what the rev is. Rev is reverb. That's one area that I think would need some help. That's the section for the drum sequencer. For the effects sequencer, this is where you go and manipulate all of your sound, whether through digital or analog sound that you're looking for. They give you a tape option, which is kind of cool on that. This is for the delay section, for your reverb section. Really, really cool options to have within the actual drum sequencer itself. The sequencer, again, this is where you go and manipulate and change all your sounds. You can change the velocity of sounds just by by going across them, going up and down. Again, really cool option to have, but this would be something where I would use if I was, again, doing just a genre for boom bap, or, you know, back in the day, 80s, 90s style hip hop that I was trying to do. So very grateful. Once again, thanks so much, guys. Please take all of those earlier things into consideration, especially making sure that you guys have the option to load your own sounds, please. That actually, I think, might make this a little bit better, and actually might put you guys even further on the map for being one of the closest drum sequencers where you can do a lot of manipulation through an 8-step process. So, but once again, if you guys like more videos like this, please make sure that you go to the page, subscribe to this, like it, make sure that you guys follow me. So once again, you already know who it is. It's your boy Thesis. Peace.